Hi, welcome to episode number 13 of Relearning the Alphabet. We're almost halfway there, so let's start. Isn't it a paradox that the brain is a powerhouse on one hand, and on the other hand, it can be so primitive, getting tripped by its own fight or flight response? Have you ever had a moment where you've lost your cool and then regretted it a moment later? Or has reasoning ever escaped you and you've made a bad choice? Whether that bad choice was big or small doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say here is that there is a moment between anger and calm, a moment between being reactive and responsive, a moment between having enough and binging. There is a moment between mindlessness and mindfulness. And that moment is as short as a breath, but if we miss it, the consequences can sometimes be very, very huge. Noticing that moment is our hack for our primitive brain. But the mind needs to be trained to notice that moment, to be present to notice that moment. And that training ground could be any meditative practice. Some experience it while running, others while sitting still. Some while painting, some while gardening, some while just being in nature. So find a practice that suits you best. Mindfulness is not a woo-woo word associated with monks alone. It is a word that allows us to train our mind to be the powerhouse that it was meant to be, so that it doesn't trip us during a short circuit. So the letter M stands for moments of mindfulness. And I hope we can all practice more of those.